Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh, we start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Salley, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm gonna name the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline and the Sears Tower. It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. It's the Eastern Conference Final, Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. Mike, the Pistons hold a 2-0 lead in the series, but now it has shifted back here to Chicago.
And the Bulls need to get a win here at home. They can't fall back 3 games if they want to have any shot of upsetting the defending champs.
And the Pistons have looked the part of a champion so far. Clark, they've done a great job slowing down the great Michael Jordan.
Kevin, I could not agree with you more. And if the Bulls are going to have a chance to win, I think they've got to get Michael Jordan involved early in the shot clock. He's the centerpiece of their offense, and this team is only going to go as far as he takes it.
Here now, a look at the starting 5 for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting 5 for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
And so Jordan will bring it up for Chicago. Banked in off the glass. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
The touch on Jordan's close-range shots is really outstanding. He almost makes it look simple and easy to score in close like that.
The stage is set, and it's one that Isaiah Thomas knows well. And for more on that, here's our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, this is an ongoing story. We have Isaiah Thomas coming back to his native Chicago. He's talked about how he wanted to play with the Bulls and how he used to sneak into this arena. Obviously, he's very happy in Detroit, but he loves this building, and he usually plays well here. Guys?
Thanks, D.A. And, of course, Mike, Isaiah's backcourt partner has shined as well.
Joe Dumars, the MVP of last year's finals, leading them in scoring in the first 2 games at the Palace.
It's about as good a backcourt, I think, as this league has ever seen, wouldn't you say?
A very versatile backcourt.
And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. Jordan against Dumars. Pass to Edwards. Outside, Rodman. 6 to shoot. Thomas. Count it.
Great feed by Rodman.
The Bulls leading by 6. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid. But we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Outside Dumars. Pass to Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
Boy, Dumars does such a really good job sharing the rock. A willing passer.
Paxson kicks to Jordan. And the Bulls get it back. And there's the pass to Pippen. Another shot. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 12 in the game.
Mid-range is more or less wide open for Jordan. It's a go-to scoring area for him.
And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Jordan, Isaiah Thomas missing on the 3, and it's Jordan with the jam.
From the opening whistle, their tempo has been the tempo of the game.
Not just on offense, but on D as well. They've completely set the tone for this game.
Now here's Rodman. Now Lambeer. There's the double team with Grant. Here's Dumars. Second chance shot. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball call.
And Chicago has possession. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Their scoring has been a problem, been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
And then Thomas with the jam.
Apparently, he didn't appreciate giving up points.
Heads up the floor, throws it down right in that man's face.
That's a big-time answer. He says, you think you can score on me? Prepare to be posterized.
Going inside with purpose and on a mission, making it happen in tight.
Yeah, the intensity is outstanding, and high percentage looks are a great way to build a lead.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Bulls lead by 12.
18.
And we'll get the second quarter on
6.
Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. Bulls leading by 12.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've got King. Armstrong is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Pippen. And it's Neely in at the 4. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. That one drops for him. Hey, Clark, remember in Game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in Game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Shot clock at 6. Thomas. Again, Thomas misses. Still unable to find his groove here against the Bulls. Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen. This is it to Dumars. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
A very accurate shooter out at the arc. Dumars can really hurt you from range if you don't chase him off the perimeter.
Here's Jordan. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the paint, and the dunk by Aguirre.
That's what this team needs right now.
You're right, cutting the deficit with the one-handed flush.
Maybe that can give them a little spark.
Here's Jordan, and it's good. 2 points. 24 points for Jordan.
You using his tremendous strength and body control. Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
Take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
And a look at the two stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
Mike, looking at this Pistons offense, the pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Joe Dumars. Once again, Thomas struggling, Clark, to find any rhythm on offense.
And I'm wondering, Kevin, if it's the Bulls' defense or something else. He's had a tough time getting his shot to fall.
So for the Bulls, Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for King. Grant comes in for Neal. And Hodges subbed in for B.J. Armstrong. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Edwards is checked in. Count that bucket. Jordan's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Some contact won't hold Jordan at bay. He gets aggressive and gets through it.
And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to last game. Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 30 points.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
Sally kicks to Thomas. Guys, we've seen this pressure from the Bulls defense before.
Using his quickness on the interior, that's Thomas's advantage.
Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Sally. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Jordan. Detroit with the rebound.
Seemed as if he had the angle to finish, but the defense did just enough to throw him off.
And the basket by Thomas.
With his first-rate handles, Thomas keeps the defense on their heels. That's why it's so difficult to defend his pull-up jumpers.
Here's Jordan. There he goes.
That's the end of the
And he gets it to fall! And Clark right before the horn. And so it's Chicago. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. Now the Bulls with it. At one point, they led by 16.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
And on the floor for Emmanuel Barnett starting the second half. Lane Beer is out there with Rodman. Then there's Thomas. Then there's Dumars. And it's Edwards in at the center position. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seems.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
Thomas, it's a wide open look, and another 3 for Detroit.
And talk about being assertive. Thomas is so good at making quick decisions. And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Outside Dumars. Pass to Rodman. No good. Some solid defense from Pippen. A second chance effort, and it's blocked. Jordan inside. Covered by Dumars.
Powering his way to the rack. I love when Jordan shows no mercy on the rim.
Pistons trailed by 13. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical. And you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
And the Bulls making a change here. Neely's checked in. And a switcher also for Detroit. Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Dumars.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Here's Thomas, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And Thomas's basketball IQ shines in these screen and rolls. Clever at exploiting the defense.
Paxson kicks to Jordan. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
How many other guys can do that? Michael Jordan, everybody. You can't top his showmanship.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games. And the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rivalry. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Sally comes in for Bill Laimbeer. And Aguirre's subbed in for Rodman. And Jordan, Mike, continues to get things to fall. What a show he is putting on tonight.
You can see the fire in Jordan's eyes. He's on a mission to make a statement this game.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
You have to finish plays like that. Can't look for the whistle against Detroit.
The Bulls have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And the athleticism of Jordan is out of this world. Simply just an incredible player who does whatever he wants on offense.
Detroit, no good that time either.
Not what we expected at all. He normally has that shot down cold.
Especially when he's got space like that. Very surprising.
And he converts the layup. Jordan's got 15 points here in the second half.
We've seen this from Jordan before. He lurks around the offensive glass.
In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
It's been wonderful. It's tipped. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. No good from Paxson.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
Jordan against Edwards. Outside for Pippen. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Pippen's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
To end the run. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pippen against Aguirre. Jordan outside. Pippen for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Chicago with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points.
49, the Pistons.
Here we go, the fourth quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Final.
Welcome to the Bubble.
So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 16.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
Grant is out there at Purdue. It's Michael Jordan, and there's Hodges, and it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Jordan looking it over. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Grant outside. 6 to shoot. And the Bulls get it back. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Tries again. Pippen missing again. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
Kings check in for the Bulls. And then for Detroit, Rodman comes in for Aguirre. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Gerald Henderson. King, that's good.
It's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
Chicago making some changes. Cartwright's checked in for King, and it's Paxson in for Hodges. And Edwards with the stuff. Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. Takes it from 10, and Dumars gets it to go.
Some real tenacity from Dumars inside, navigating his way to a close-range look.
Here's Grant. Edwards trying to get open, and he recovers it. Grant the pass to Jordan. Back to Grant. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Pippen. Outside for Jordan. It's Pippen on the wing. Over Rodman. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And it's Thomas at the elbow. The rebound by Grant. And the clock is on their side right now.
Yeah, I think it's all about using as much time as possible at this point. Great to see a big effort against Pippen defensively, but it's just not enough to contain his great skill.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Thomas. And the basket is good. And that's now 19 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Jordan passes to Cook. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're behind by 16. There's a minute 47 left in the 4th. And the Pistons with possession here. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Dumars misses. And so Grant will bring it up for Chicago. Here's Pippen. And Pippen slams it in.
Well, you know, I hesitate to never say never, but I don't think there's really enough time for a comeback to happen.
It's a sizable lead, and it may get even bigger.
Back to Thomas. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Right now, this is Thomas's show. I mean, he's just torturing the defense and getting busy.
And then slammed in by Jordan.
Can you guys believe it? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Clark, that was special.
Not sure the next time we'll see one like that.
Pistons trailed by 18. Outside, Rodman. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Back to Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Just 5 on the clock. Pistons passing it around. From the arc. Pistons keep it alive. And Dennis Rodman with the slam.
Well, we've seen Rodman do that often, going up, getting that board, and getting the putback. Exactly what you want from him inside.
Thomas against Paxson. Back to Jordan. Over Edwards. Detroit with the rebound. And Thomas has it in the corner. Offline with his three. Jordan against Thomas. Ring shot on the way. That one doesn't drop. Like in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
The series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got, converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.